All right, now we're going to go through our math lesson. So we're going to go through classifying quadrilaterals today. Okay, first we're going to sort the shapes into each category. So 3 sides, 4 sides, and more than 4 sides. So we're going to count the shape, count the sides, and see which category it goes into. So this one's a square. So a square is a quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral is just any shape that has 4 sides. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, it has 4 sides. So we're going to put it in the right category. So this is also a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one has 3 sides. We know if it has 3 sides, it's called a triangle. So we're going to put it here in triangle and 3 sides. Another same thing, triangle, 3 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's another quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 sides, so it's a hexagon because that X in 6 is the same X, so you have a hexagon. So it has more than 4 sides. It's not a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing. This is a hexagon. It has 6 sides. It's more than 4. It's not a quadrilateral. Okay, so choose all the quadrilaterals. Remember, quadrilaterals have 4 sides. So we're going to count and see which ones have 4 sides, and those are going to be our quadrilaterals. That's what we're going to pick. So we're going to count 1. Let's make this easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a quadrilateral. It has 6. It's a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3. This is not a quadrilateral. It's a triangle. So we're gonna click choose all the quadrilaterals. So this one 4, 4, 4, and 4. This one has 6. This one has 3. Not a quadrilateral. Okay, change the shape of the quadrilateral so its opposite sides are the same length. So it's telling us to use this one and move it so this side and this side are the same length. So this one has 1, 2 more. So 1, 2.
The shape you made is a parallelogram.
How are these parallelograms alike? A parallelogram has they're the same length. The opposite sides are the same length. So how are these two the same? Both have 4 sides. Yep. Both have opposite sides the same length. Yep. Both have all sides the same length. No. This side is smaller than this side, so not all are the same.
Now look at the angles of the parallelograms. Choose true or false for each statement.
Okay, so both have 4 angles and both have 4 right angles. Right angles is when it's a square or a rectangle and it is a very sharp point. Like if you had a book, this is a right angle. So if I look at this first shape, the pink one, it's a little bit crooked. So it's not a right angle. So they both don't have right angles, but they do both have 4 angles. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they both have 4 angles. So how can I change this parallelogram so it's also a rectangle? So a rectangle we know has 4 sides The top two are the same and the sides are the same. And they have 4 right angles. So my book, it's a rectangle because this side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same, and each angle is a right angle. So the parallelogram, the angles are not right angles, they're crooked. So if we make 2 sides longer, make all sides longer, give it 4 right angles, or give it 1 right angle. So if we're trying to make it a rectangle has 4 right angles. This one doesn't have any. This one is all crooked. So I'm going to give it 4 right angles. So this one, what kind of shape is this? So a parallelogram and a rectangle, those are our 2 options. So remember, every single rectangle is going to be a parallelogram, but not every parallelogram is going to be a rectangle. So this, we know that it's a rectangle because it has our 4 right angles and our 4 sides. So it is a rectangle, which means that it's a parallelogram. That's the category it's under.
Choose true or false for each statement.
So what kind of shape is this? We know that it's a parallelogram because it has 4 sides and the top and bottom are the same. The top and the bottom are the same, and the sides are equal. They're the same length. So it is a parallelogram, but it's not a rectangle because it does not have 4 right angles. They're crooked. They're crooked. If they're crooked, they're not a rectangle. So how are these rectangles alike? So they both have 4 sides, yes. They both have 4 right angles, yes. They both have all sides the same length. So is this side the same length as this side? No. This one's longer, so no. So how can we change the sides to make this a square? Make all sides shorter, make all sides longer, or make all sides, or make all the same length? We're going to make them all the same length. We know in a square, they're all the same length. What kind of shape? Yes. This shape is a rectangle. So a rectangle is a shape that has 4 right angles and the top and bottom are the same and the sides are the same. So if I look, the top and bottom are the same and the sides are the same. So let's see what happens if we click true. This is also a rectangle. Yep.
Choose true or false.
So what kind of shape is this? So we know that this is a rectangle because the 2 on top are the same, the 2 on the side are the same, and they have 4 right angles. So it's a rectangle. But is it a square? Remember a square? Every single side is the same. So not every side here is the same because the top is longer than the side. No, it's not a square. So a rhombus has 4 sides of the same length. So which one is a rhombus? So this one, this side is longer. Is longer than this one, not a rhombus. Longer than this one, not a rhombus. This one's longer, not a rhombus. So this one, they look like all the sides are the same length. So I'm going to go with this one. So remember, a square has 4 right angles. This one doesn't. So in order to make this rhombus a square, I would make all the right angles. So here's a square, and it's asking us to pick true or false. So it's a rhombus with 4 right angles. So remember, rhombuses have, a rhombus has 4 sides that are the same, but they don't have right angles. So this is a rhombus, and it has 4 angles. Okay. It's a rhombus with no right angles. So I see 4 right angles here. So no. It's a rectangle with some sides longer than the other sides. No, because all the sides are the same length. It's a rectangle with all sides the same length. All sides are the same length. Okay, so now we're sorting rectangles. So this one's a rectangle, has 4 sides, and the top is the same, and the sides are the same. This one is not, because the top and the bottom are not the same. Good, good. This one is, because the top and the bottom are the same, and the sides are the same. Oh no!
None of the angles in this parallelogram are right angles, so this is not a rectangle.
Okay,
Move it to this bin.
So remember, with a rectangle, they also need 4 right angles. So this one does not have 4 right angles, so it's not a rectangle. This one, the top and the bottom are the same, the sides are the same, and it has our 4 right angles. So our parallelograms
A rectangle.
So our parallelograms have the top and bottom are the same and the sides are the same, just like a rectangle, but it doesn't need to have right angles. So this is a parallelogram. This one is not, because the top and bottom and the sides are not the same. This one is. Bottom are the same and the sides are the same. Yes, top and bottom are the same, sides are the same. No, sides are the same, but the top and bottom are not the same. The top is longer. Yes, top and bottom are the same, sides are the same. It is a parallelogram.
Rhombuses, squares, and rectangles are all special types of parallelograms.
Okay, so let's look at our rhombus. Oh. No.
Not all 4 sides of this parallelogram are the same length. Move the shape to this bin. Not all 4 sides of this rectangle are the same length. Move the shape to this bin. Rhombuses have 4 equal sides.
Okay, so a quadrilateral with no right angles. So already we can take the triangle out of there because it's not a quadrilateral. Remember, a quadrilateral has 4 sides. So no right angles. This is not a quadrilateral. This has more than 4 sides. So we're left with this one and this one. So we know our rectangle has 4 right angles. This is the only one it could be. So a quadrilateral, 4 sides, and none of them are the same length, and 1 right angle. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not this one. 1, 2, 3, nope, not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's either this one or this one. So we need to look at the one. Okay, so the ones with 4 sides are this one and this one. So no sides the same length and 1 right angle. Okay, so I only see this one that has 1 right angle. You see it? It's straight like a book. So let's pick this one. Yep, good job. Okay, so a parallelogram with all right angles, but it's not a square. So here's a square, so it can't be that one. All right angles. So if I look at my rectangle, it has all right angles, and it is a parallelogram because the bottom and the top are the same, and the sides are the same. So all four sides are the same length, but it's not a rectangle. So I would go with a square. Let's see. Nope.
This square is a rectangle because it has four sides
Oh, it's
and four right
not a
angles.
rectangle. So we need
Try
to make
again.
sure we look at all of our keywords. It is not a rectangle. So remember, a rectangle has four sides. Top and bottom are the same. Side and side are the same. And it has four right angles. So a square has four right angles, and the top and the bottom are the same, and the sides are the same. So it's not a square. All right. So it's not a rectangle, and all four sides are the same. So I would go with this one, our rhombus, because it has four sides that are all the same, but it does not have right angles, so it's not a rectangle. Yep. All right, so now it's the quiz, which we're going to do two together, and then the rest you're going to do on your own. Remember, in the practice, it's okay to make mistakes. We made mistakes right now as we were going through it. We need to make sure we read every single word or have it read to us and really think, because we were going a little bit quick and we were making mistakes. So remember, you can go back and listen to it as many times as you want. And then I'm also going to link a video to help about a song with the shapes, so you can go over it again too. So all quadrilaterals have how many sides? Have four sides. Yep.
Which of these shapes are quadrilaterals? Choose all the correct answers.
So which are quadrilaterals? Remember, quadrilaterals have four sides. So a triangle does not have four sides. It's not a quadrilateral. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pentagon is not a quadrilateral because it does not have four sides. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Not a triangle. A rectangle has four sides. A square has four sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This trapezoid has four sides. Yep. All right. All right, so I want you to finish the quiz by yourself. I'm going to assign it on iReady if it's not already there for you. And I want you to go through it slowly. I want you to go back to your lesson if you need extra help, and I want you to play the video if you need extra help also. All right, do a really good job. All right, so now we're going to go through our iReady that has that same lesson in math. So we're going to go to level E math, and we're going to scroll down, until you get to D, triangles and quadrilaterals. So we're going to go here to the bottom one that says draw quadrilaterals. When you click on it, you're going to come to this page. And remember, on top it says learn with an example, so you can always click it and it'll help you. It'll give you some information and it'll help you. Also, if you're having a hard time, you can go back to a different lesson on Excel to help you better understand. Okay, so this one says draw a parallelogram that is not a square. So remember, with a parallelogram, the two sides here are equal and the two sides here are equal. It doesn't necessarily have to have four right angles, but it can if that's how you draw it. So it is not a square. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and this one. So I drew a rectangle. Let's see. Yeah, you got it right. All right, so draw a rectangle that is not a rhombus. Yep, just a regular rectangle. Remember, rhombus does not have right angles. Draw a rectangle that is not a square. Well, that's easy. We're just drawing rectangles here. Yep. Draw a parallelogram. Okay, so remember, a parallelogram is a shape that has the same top and bottom, same side to side. So a parallelogram. Yep. A trapezoid with two sides that are the same length. So a trapezoid is another quadrilateral. It has four sides. So two sides are the same length. Okay, so this one. And this one. So these two are the same length, and the top and bottom are different. Woohoo! All right, so you're going to go through the rest of that on your own, and you're going to do a great job. Take your time. Make sure you read the directions, okay? If you need help, you can go here to classifying quadrilaterals at the bottom, need help. You can look at our videos. You can look at your iReady. You can look at the any of the other videos that I'm going to send for you so that you can do a good job. All right, that's it.